Hey, Scruffy. Still limping. So, I think I'm going to give you a little bit more food tonight than last night because I'm starting to think maybe you're wandering out in the middle of the night looking for more food or something, so you're making your leg worse. So, I'm going to give you a little more food, though not as much as the previous nights. More than last night, though. So, I have your ocean whitefish, your extra kibble, and more rotisserie chicken scraps. So I'm starting to run out of the scraps. I think I only have one or two more helpings left. So I'm going to have to probably start giving Scruffy more kibble once I run out of the chicken scraps. Assuming he doesn't heal faster. So, yeah, his limp doesn't look much better than yesterday. So I think it's been about a week since maybe a week and a day since I noticed the injury. So I tried to look up how long it takes for a limp to heal. It's hard to say since I don't really know what the problem is. Sounds like I need to give it 2 weeks or so, see how he is. If it's worse in 2 weeks, then yeah, definitely I'm gonna have to get professional help. So all the things about surrendering Scruffy to a rescue shelter or something probably have to happen. Because yeah, some of the things I read about injured, limping cats is you have to cage them. So I'm thinking if I'm going to bring in professional help, I'm going to have to find a rescue shelter that will help me trap Scruffy, and then part of the treatment's going to be having to cage Scruffy for a period of time, and I imagine if we're going to do all that, it's going to be very unpleasant for Scruffy, and if we're going to make him go through all that, it's probably also the time to try to rehome him, I think. But for the moment, I don't think Scruffy's worse, so for now I'm willing to keep watching and hope that he gets better, and just kind of go back to normal. So yeah, he's a little more into the pets, so he's a little more vigorous and moving around, even despite his legs, so that's, I think, a good sign. He's more meowy last night, and he was kind of into the pets last night too, so. He's grabbing me. That's his right leg, not his left leg, though, so I think his right leg is okay. And yeah, he likes to sink his claws in when he grabs, which is something I still don't know how to train him not to do. So that's one reason I still use the glove, even though I pet him with my bare hand the other day. Probably should do that again at some point, but for now, yeah, he's a little more vigorous right now, so I'm a little less inclined to try something like that. So when I used my bare hand, he seemed pretty docile, and I think yeah, he was probably feeling pain from the legs, so he was. I think yeah, he needed comfort, and I think he was willing to allow me to pet him with my bare hand without getting scratched. So yeah, let's see what's been going on. So I got a package notice that I think yeah the refrigerator parts, or at least one of them, is being shipped. So it's supposed to be here in about I think it was 5 days. So I think I scheduled my appointment for 4 days from now. So, but as I mentioned, the service guy, he's really good. So he basically um, took charge of the service request and made sure that they connected it to the previous service request, so there'd be continuity and they knew what was going on. And one of the things he was telling them was, don't send me out until he has the parts. So order the parts and then suspend the trip until after he notifies us that he's received the parts. Because there's no sense of sending me out if I don't have the parts. So so once I get the part, then I'll need to call them back, and then they can reschedule. Though fortunately, it's probably going to be an extra delay because every time I book, they're always you have to, it's days out. There's no immediate availability. So unfortunately, yeah, it's probably going to be another 2 weeks maybe before I get my refrigerator repaired. Just a guess. But at least it's getting taken care of. So. And then I just came from a long run, so I tried running before I feed Scruffy since I'm losing so much daylight now. And it's starting to cool down, so the weather isn't too bad. There's a bite there. Lip bite. Yeah, run was terrible. It's grabbing me again with claw. So, yeah, the run, all I can say that was good was I finished 4 laps. It was really slow laps, though. Unless I was so slow, so unless I lost count and I was actually really fast, but I don't think that was the case. Because I think on my somewhere in the middle of my 3rd lap, I think I saw my time was about where, if I was having a good day, I would be done with the 3rd lap. I haven't had a good day like that in a long time, so I don't think I was having a good day. Yeah, he's really grabby tonight. So yeah, because my run is so bad, I'm having a lot of doubts about doing about tough purr or a meow. Raspy meow. So yeah, I'm having second thoughts about, or reservations about doing the tough bicycle climb at the abandoned mine that I was thinking of doing in a few days. I don't think I'm in good enough shape to do it. So I'll probably take a rest day tomorrow and see how I feel. But I might try it anyway. I don't know. I'm on the fence. So part of me says I should just try it at least. If I don't make it all the way up the hill, who cares? But of course, this time what I wanted to do was, so last time I did the kind of the bare minimum route. So I went all the way up to the top and then turned back kind of immediately. But there's actually a bunch of extended routes you can do up there. And there's actually one on video I found. And it's a pretty long extended route. It almost doubles, I think, the length of the ride. Really grabby tonight. Ready for food? I think you're ready for food. Okay, let's get your food. Okay, whoops. Step back. Seems like his fur almost looks like a different color right now. The lighting is changing because we're losing more and more sun. So still technically early tonight, but yeah, we're closer to our, probably about 15 minutes before our designated dinner time. But yeah, we're losing more and more sun now, so it's darker and darker. So pretty soon it's probably going to be completely dark at our dinner time. Well, I think we got a little bit of time before that happens, but it's probably going to come faster than I expect. Okay. So, yeah, I came out at lunchtime with his water and extra kibble. And he's laying out here on the mat. So I think he's waiting for me now, so he's gotten the idea that I might feed him at lunch again. So yeah, so your long time viewers remember a long time ago, almost it's actually 2 years ago. Yeah, I used to try to feed him lunch and dinner, and I did the lunch thing for I think several months, maybe a little longer than that. And at a certain point, he seemed to start losing interest in lunch. He was always, he's always been skittish of me, but I think later on, he was less food motivated to come to me at lunch, and he'd rather keep his distance or not eat. I don't know what his deal was, but figured, well, if he's not going to eat, what's the point? It's a waste of my time coming out to feed him. I'll just feed him my dinner. So I stopped the lunch thing because of that. So now, yeah, he's kind of expecting lunch again, I think, but I don't know how long I'm going to keep doing that. As long as he's injured, I'll probably continue feeding him lunch. And once he heals, I'll probably stop. So probably at least another week of this, and then we'll see what happens. But yeah, I poured the kibble around the bottom of the bowl, trying to get him to use his foot again to move the kibble. kind of like physical therapy, but except for one time, yeah, he pretty much used his head the entire time trying to get the kibble. He didn't want to use his paws. It's very similar to yesterday. So I think he actually used his paws more yesterday, and he was avoiding it. And he actually used his right paw yesterday in addition to his left paw. So he's normally left pawed. I don't normally see him trying to manipulate things with his right paw. And his left paw is the one that's, I believe, is injured. So that's the one I want him to use. So today, yeah, he's getting better at just using his head to eat the kibble, bump the bowl. And then, yeah, I caught glimpses of Scruffy sleeping on the deck in different places throughout the day. But yeah, he was obstructed by something almost every time, so I didn't get any footage or very little footage if I did. So at least during the day, it doesn't look like he's using his leg much. But yeah, I'm thinking he may leave at night because I've seen him leave, and fairly recent actually too. Not since his injury, but um, I see him leave. This goes into the front, crosses the street, and I don't know where he goes. So I've seen him out in the front in the past few weeks, leaving the house. So I'm thinking, yeah, at night he may be going out and causing his leg to stay injured. So I'm thinking, I don't know why he goes out. I don't know if he's looking for food or just likes the excitement, mark his territory. I have no idea. Pick a fight with other cats. I don't know what he's up to. Maybe somebody else is feeding him, in which case I can't do anything except overfeed him here so he doesn't go out. But I doubt somebody else is feeding him at this point. But yeah, so my thinking is maybe if I give him a little more food, he'll be a little less inclined to go leave and injure his leg. So it's finding a balance between overfeeding him and way overfeeding him, I think. Because yeah, there's days where I was using a automated cat food dispenser. Yeah, that was way too much food. It's probably like 5 times the amount I'm probably supposed to feed him. So yeah, future reference, I need to reprogram it to give him less food if and when I use it again. So my intention was eventually I was planning to go travel. But yeah, economics have changed a little bit for me, so I'm not sure if we're going anywhere anytime soon. That reminds me, I still haven't reached out to more lawyers. I need to do that still. Yeah, I was also thinking about if I did leave and have to use the automated food dispenser, what I should do about giving them water. I saw online there are a couple of automated water dispensers as well. As far as I can tell, though, they're completely mechanical, so they're basically just kind of bottle, jugs of water that just automatically, I guess, use gravity to pour out the right amount into the bowl. Or gravity and pressure, I guess. I worry a little bit about that because of the raccoon problem. So I'm thinking, yeah, if I leave out something like that, the raccoons are going to find it and destroy it, and then I don't know if they have enough water for my entire length of the trip that I would probably end up taking. I don't know how long it would be, but I assume that if I leave, it would probably be for at least a week. I was actually thinking maybe up to a month, but as I said, yeah, economics have changed. Yep, still hobbling. Leave the balls. So now that I have my freezer kind of working, thinking, yeah, maybe one thing I should do is buy more rotisserie chickens and just freeze them. And I'll have more scraps for Scruffy as well. And if the freezer dies, yeah, the rotisserie chickens are not that expensive. So I think, yeah, Costco is using them as a loss leader. Yeah, he's still limping pretty noticeably on that leg. Yeah, there he's hobbling. Yeah, I wish he would heal. Yeah. Okay, folks. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.